Hi guys, it's Cameron from the Mighty Blues and I've just got back from Goodison Park. Everton have been knocked out of the Carabao Cup in the third round by Southampton on penalties. A quick word on the penalties. I think it's naivety from Richarlison, a little bit of naivety from a young player. He tries a little bit too much. Obviously, he's a little bit too confident. He tries this old run-up, where he runs straight at the ball and then he turns his body, he stutters, and you always knew it was going over the bar. You always knew as soon as you seen the run-up, it was just going over the bar. And you could tell by his reaction he wasn't too confident with him striking the ball. So, yeah. And I think it was a poor penalty from Theo Walcott altogether. It's the right height for the goalkeeper. And yeah, like I say, it's just a little bit poor from Theo Walcott. But at the end of the day, it should never have got to penalties. The chances we had in the first half should have been enough to get us through. They should have been enough to see us heavily in front at half-time. But at the end of the day, if you don't take your chances, you don't win football matches. And that's what happened today. And we've seen that a couple of times already this season. And it's very frustrating because we have seen it already this season and it feels like it's that same story coming up again and again and again. As if you don't take your chances, it comes back to bite you on the arse and the opposition end up scoring. And that's what happened today. For me, in terms of the team news, I think he changed a little bit too much, if I'm being honest. He said that he wasn't going to change a lot, Marco Silva, but he ended up making 7 changes to the starting 11. I think Ademola Lookman come in and played well in patches, but at the end of the day, the chances he had, he didn't convert, and he had a massive chance just before he left the pitch. And at the end of the day, you go one-on-one with the goalkeeper, you need to be scoring, and he didn't. I think Bernard played well as well. When he was on the ball, you could see that he was causing havoc. He was dangerous. He looked like an attacking threat, but again, didn't take our chances when they were put in front of us. Keaton Dahl, I think, didn't have a good game at all. He just wasn't on the ball today. I think he was just a little bit lost in that position. He was running into 2 other players, and I don't think he should have stayed on the pitch for as long as he did, to be honest. But he just had a poor game. Schneiderlin, Davis, again, don't really think Schneiderlin and Davis can play together. I think they play too much of a similar role, and they cancel out each other as well. But yeah, like I said, it shouldn't have got to penalties. It shouldn't have got to that point where we have to be taking penalties at home to Southampton. And at the end of the day, if it is getting to that point, then clearly, something's going wrong. And we had enough chances in the first half to be able to kill the game off, and we didn't. And, that's what lost us the game at the end of the day. Like I said, too many changes for me to the team, and just not taking our chances, to be honest, and a couple of poor penalties at the end of the game, just to put the icing on the cake for another poor night at Goodison Park. I'm off to bed anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Absolute shite from Everton that tonight. There was really no reason we should have lost that game. We dispatched the Southampton easily in the league earlier in the season, and tonight it was basically down to the manager not taking it seriously. He made 7 changes to the team that beat Fulham quite easily at the weekend. He came out in his trackie instead of his suit because he can't be arsed with the cup games, clearly. And yeah, we, for most of that game, well, the first half, we looked pretty comfortable. We didn't really do anything with the ball, but we were controlling the game. They got a chance. Danny Ings slots it, 1-0 half time. Then we come out at half time and he completely changes the setup. He sort of goes 4-4-2, brings Nias on, and Southampton sort of get more of a foothold in the game, really. And the team just looked disjointed. The second half was crap. Theo Walcott came on where we just went for it at the end, where he just lashed everybody up front. Got the equaliser, which just pretty much prolonged the agony, really. The penalty shootout was shit. Richarlison, I think he'd been on the ale before he came on because he was crap when he came on, and his penalty was just ridiculous. The fuck was that run up, really? Walcott missed his penalty. It's on the manager, this one. I think you can't, when are these managers going to learn? Just play your best team first. Try and win the fucking game, and then make the changes. Once the game's safe. Gylfi Sigurdsson plays tonight, we probably win that because he's got that extra quality that could have won the game for us. It's just infuriating. 7 changes is ridiculous, and then to change the whole system at half time when it wasn't really, Southampton weren't really in the game, we were controlling it. Just change the personnel up front to something, just give us a bit more of an attacking threat. yeah, absolutely shit result. On the bright side, I suppose it saves us going down to Leicester and getting battered in the next round. But yeah, I've had it with Everton in this cup now. I've seen it too many times. I've seen us go out at York. I've seen us go out to Millwall at home. Friggin' Norwich at home. Oh, the list's endless. The list is endless. I have had it with Everton and the League Cup. The goodwill from the weekend's evaporated. We just better than get beat against Leicester now, because that's just not good enough.